Surviving is the same thing as winning. By Please Dial 123. Chapter 16. The date draws near. Kakashi held the flowers out carefully. Yugao looked at them stone-faced for a long moment, and Kakashi finally sighed and moved to the bedside table himself. He set them in the jar he'd brought and fluffed them slightly, looking at the bouquet Sakura had picked out for him. It apparently meant, get well. Yugao was still stone-faced, but she turned back to Hayate. He will live, Yugao announced slowly, but they are not sure of his career. At least he's alive, Kakashi said. He looked at the amount of wires and tubes Hayate was hooked up to. If the patrols last night had been a little less on edge, a little more lax, he would have died alone on a roof. If Hayate had been a hair less quick, a hair less skilled, the wind blade that had cut him open from groin to throat would have been too deep to heal. Luck. It came down to luck and paranoia. Kakashi picked up the clipboard on the end of his bed, foregoing patient confidentiality to look at the results. Thank you, Yugao said in the silence. Kakashi asked, eyes on Hayate's pale face. Hayate is skilled and he has not lost his edge, but training with you and watching your team made him more careful. He's been more watchful lately of himself and others. It's been a while since he had a student. While Kakashi wasn't a true student of his, more an impromptu sparring partner who he yelled helpful hints at, Kakashi understood where she was coming from. Even when he wasn't teaching his kids, just being involved made him far more aware at home, let alone in the field. Hayate will be fine, Kakashi said slowly, and it will be thanks to his own skill and to you. I just gave him some exercise. She nodded slowly, eyes still on her boyfriend. He will be okay, Kakashi repeated. Yugao nodded again, but slowly her face crumbled. Kakashi reached out to hold her, as he sensed his team moving in the distance. Sensei! Naruto shouted. Kakashi looked up. One step out of the hospital, and they were already honed in on him, his ducklings running up to him. Will Sensei be okay? Sakura asked immediately. Kakashi raised a brow at her as she fidgeted. They were trying to keep the fact one of their best kenjutsu masters was in the hospital, attacked in his own village, with very little clues to who. Keep it secret for security purposes, but also because whoever had tried might still be in the village and think the deed done. They might come to finish it. He will live, Kakashi said simply. He saw some tension drain from their shoulders and did not say he might not wake up, or that he may never be a sword master again. Kids didn't need that sort of heavy thoughts weighing them down. That's okay, a man called out. Kakashi looked up. Johnny meeting, the man announced casually. Kakashi nodded briskly, knowing what that would be about. One of their own had almost been killed while on patrol last night, and they didn't know who had done it. This would be a security meeting. Go get lunch, he told his kids. I'll find you afterwards. They gave him identical curt nods, and he turned to follow the messenger. Hibiki, Kakashi said with a respectful tilt to his head. Hayate, Hibiki said, face like stone. They're in room 3. Kakashi nodded and set off down the hall. No one got in his way, and Kakashi found the room easily. He pushed open the large steel door, disengaging the security seals, and stepped into the room that was bare of anything at all, except 3 hunched genin. Kakashi knew as fact there used to be a table and set of chairs in here, but maybe they had taken his cute kid's ability to innovate into consideration. Kakashi tilted his head and looked at his team. Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto were in a pile, hands tangled up and set looks in their eyes. Kakashi sat across from them and their solemn attitude. I only left you alone for 2 hours for a meeting. What did you do? He raised a brow. Nothing, Naruto said rebelliously. Nothing doesn't get you picked up by a patrol squad and stuffed in TI waiting for a guardian to pick you up, Kakashi said, barely containing his snort. It was self-defense, Sasuke grumbled. Kakashi raised a brow. They said you put a man through 2 walls, he said. A civilian man. He deserved it, Sakura said fiercely. See, that's the problem, because you haven't told anyone why, Kakashi told them. The reason you're in here is no one has said what happened. We just have a man in the hospital. They looked at the ground with identical scowls. I'm not blaming you, Kakashi said gently. I just need to know what happened. I know you wouldn't do something like this without just cause. I need a report to get you out of here. They mulled it over.
Sakura and Sasuke did nothing. It was my fault.
Naruto broke first. No, it's not, Sasuke said sharply.
Definitely not.
Sakura growled. They started to squabble, voices tangling up, and Kakashi waited them out, noting how Sasuke and Sakura squeezed Naruto's hands and refused to let go.
He called Naruto a monster!
Sakura finally shouted over all of them. Called him a fox demon. Sasuke growled low and dangerous.
I knew he didn't like me. I should have said we need to eat somewhere else,
Naruto said, looking at Kakashi. Kakashi looked at his cute little students, Sakura and Sasuke, shooting him death glares as if trying to convey how much they disagreed with Naruto's words. Have you done something to him in the past? Kakashi asked lightly. Naruto scrunched his nose up.
Nope, never pranked him or nothing.
Then just because he doesn't like you, Naruto, doesn't mean he has the right to deny you service or verbally abuse you, Kakashi said. He also was not allowed to break the law like that.
Yeah, Sakura agreed, perking up. So it wasn't just self-defense, he was breaking the law.
Do you know what law I'm talking about? Kakashi asked curiously, raising a brow. Naruto gave him a sheepish look, but under it was something worried. Sakura and Sasuke got stubborn, mulish looks, crowding even closer to Naruto.
Yeah, Sakura said, jutting her chin in a way that said, fight me!
We're a team, Sasuke said shortly. You told them then? Kakashi raised a brow at Naruto. Naruto hunched his shoulders up to his ears, and Sakura and Sasuke shot Kakashi a cute set of glares.
Yeah, they deserve to know. Teammates don't keep big secrets like that.
That's true. Kakashi smiled, breaking some of the tension immediately with his words. And you do know that the law doesn't apply to you, right, Naruto? He blinked at Kakashi, startled.
It doesn't?
Nope. He saw all their shoulders relax and watched them carefully. He wondered when Naruto had told them about the Kyuubi, when he'd pulled them aside and whispered one of Konoha's biggest secrets in their ears. Kakashi hadn't caught any subtle tensions or fears or confusions in the past few months, which meant either he'd told them really early, or they'd never even reacted to the news beyond a cursory... Oh. Kakashi smiled. His students were just the cutest. Well, that explains everything. Kakashi clapped his hands. Let's go. We're already behind on training for the day. His students scrambled to their feet behind him, and Kakashi held the door open for them. Sakura's latched onto his hand as they exited, and Kakashi smiled at the little trailing of ducklings they looked like, all connected by clasped hands. The T.I. crew must have thought it just as cute as him as they watched them all wander off.
Kakashi,
Ibiki growled, eyeing his ducklings. All settled, Kakashi said cheerfully.
That's not...
Ibiki sighed, a subtle sigh of defeat.
Fine, I'll need an incident report by tonight.
This will be the perfect chance to teach you guys how to fill one of those out, Kakashi told his kids, accepting the papers. You will need to know how to do that, I'm thinking. Ibiki made a pained face at that thought while his kids nodded obediently. Okay, Kakashi said, looking down at his kids. 1 week left until the final stage of the chunin exams. Naruto pumped his fist into the air in excitement. You will need a few rest days until then. Kurenai and Asuma have requested another sparring day with their students, so we'll move that from the Friday to the Wednesday. Since the exam is on Saturday, you will have all of Friday for a rest day. Light exercise only. Thursday will be prep day. We'll go over your strategies. We went to the armory last week, and you have your armor all in order, so we should be good. That leaves us with tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. Usually Sunday would be rest day, but would you prefer to do some training?
Yes!
They chorused without hesitation. Ah, so cute. Well, what shall we focus on for the next few days?
I'd like to do more earth nature chakra practice, Sakura piped up, and maybe some ninjutsu.
Same, Sasuke said. I'd like to do some more ninjutsu in there.
Yeah, let's lay off taijutsu for a bit, Naruto said. Can we learn some jutsu?
Well, Kakashi drawled, I suppose you have earned a Koljutsu. We'll do ninjutsu tomorrow then and focus on your nature chakra for the next few days. We'll keep some light exercise in there too. No point in letting your taijutsu slip.
It won't slip in a few days, Naruto whined. I'd like to keep training with Guy-sensei and the team in the mornings, Sakura said, if that's okay.
That's no problem. We don't have to completely deviate from our schedule. I just wanted to make sure you are getting the training you think you need, Kakashi said.
Thank you, Sakura chirped.
The rice cooker in the kitchen beeped and Naruto went off to check on dinner as Kakashi penciled a few things into the scroll in front of him. Let's do some seal practice tonight, he decided. Dinner report for Hibiki and then seal work.
Okay, Sakura nodded. Naruto, want a hand?
She went into the kitchen after the blonde, and Sasuke followed after a minute to get dishes ready. Kakashi smiled after all of them and set about setting up a lesson plan for the seals tonight. Naruto was leagues above the other two, but he still had a few things to teach the boy.